From the blazing sands of the Sahara to the opulent halls of Cairo and beyond, echoes of a golden empire and its legendary ruler still resonate through history. His name was Mansa Musa, and his story is one of breathtaking wealth, unyielding faith, and the rise and fall of a kingdom that once dazzled the medieval world. Join us as we journey into the heart of West Africa to uncover the life and enduring legacy of Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. Long before the age of exploration, long before the rise of European powers, the land south of the Sahara flourished with kingdoms rich in gold, culture, and power. Among these, the Mali Empire stood supreme, a vast realm spanning deserts, forests, and river valleys, built on the twin pillars of commerce and faith. In the early 14th century, as Europe staggered through the Middle Ages, West Africa shimmered with prosperity. Its lifeblood was gold, so abundant that it was said, "In Mali gold grew like weeds." It was here, in this land of promise, that Musa Keita was born. Little is known of Musa's early years. He was born into the royal Keita dynasty around the year 1280 in the city of Niani, the heartbeat of Mali. The Mali Empire at this time was already a powerhouse, built by legendary rulers like Sundiata Keita, who united the Mandinka people and laid the foundation for greatness. But it was Musa, destined to be crowned Mansa, a word meaning King of Kings, who would lift Mali to its greatest heights. The path to the throne was forged through a twist of fate. In 1312, Mali's sitting emperor, Abu Bakr II, embarked on an audacious expedition across the Atlantic in attempt, some say, to discover the edge of the world. He left Musa as regent. When Abu Bakr vanished, never to return, Musa was crowned as the 10th Mansa of Mali. At just over 30 years old, Musa inherited a vast kingdom, already the largest and richest in Africa. But the new king's ambitions were even greater. From the moment he donned the crown, he set out to expand his realm, elevate his people, and to ch his name in the annals of history. Under Mansa Musa's rule, Mali reached its zenith. His empire stretched from the Atlantic coast deep into the heart of the Sahara, north to the Berber trading cities, and south to the forests of modern-day Ghana. The legendary cities of Timbuktu and Gao became centers of commerce, learning, and Islamic faith. But Mansa Musa's most extraordinary moment was yet to come. In 1324, Musa decided to undertake the Hajj, the sacred pilgrimage to Mecca required of all Muslims who could afford the journey. But Musa would do more than simply fulfill a religious duty. He would orchestrate a display of wealth and piety so spectacular that it would shake the world. Mansa Musa set out across the Sahara at the head of an enormous caravan, 60,000 men, including thousands of soldiers, attendants and slaves, and an entourage of 80 to 100 camels, each carrying hundreds of pounds of pure gold. It was a procession the likes of which the world had never seen. The journey itself was a marvel, a logistical feat across punishing desert sands, through hostile lands, and into the heart of the Islamic world. But it was in Cairo, the dazzling capital of the Mamluk Sultanate, that Musa's pilgrimage became legend. As Musa entered Cairo, word spread of the African king's immense wealth. The Sultan himself was left in awe. In the markets of Cairo, Musa lavished gold on the poor, bought priceless treasures, and funded the construction of mosques and schools. So much gold flooded the Egyptian markets that the value of gold plunged, and the economy was destabilized for more than a decade. Historians still marvel at the impact. Never before or since had one man's generosity rippled so far. For the first time, the wider world took notice of Mali. European cartographers began to etch the name of Musa and his empire on their maps. In the Catalan Atlas of 1375, Mansa Musa is depicted as a regal figure, holding a golden nugget aloft, a symbol of boundless riches. Musa's journey to Mecca was not only an act of faith, it was an announcement to the world. Mali, under Mansa Musa, was a kingdom of sophistication, piety, and limitless wealth. But Musa's true legacy would be written not just in gold, but in stone, ink, and knowledge. On his return to Mali, Musa brought back more than treasures. He returned with scholars, architects, and poets from across the Islamic world. In the city of Timbuktu, he commissioned the construction of the Jingerbur Mosque, a masterpiece of Sudano-Sahelian architecture that still stands today. He transformed Timbuktu into a beacon of learning, founding madrasas and libraries, inviting scholars from North Africa and the Middle East. Under his patronage, the city became one of the world's great centers of scholarship. Its libraries filled with tens of thousands of manuscripts on science, law, literature, and philosophy. Timbuktu's fabled Sankara University became a magnet for students and thinkers. Here, knowledge flourished, and generations of African intellectuals would study, teach, and write. The city's reputation for learning spread far and wide, drawing the curious and ambitious from as far as Granada, Cairo, and Istanbul. Mansa Musa's vision extended beyond faith and learning. He sought to create a realm of justice, prosperity, and order. Mali's wealth flowed not only from gold, but also from trade salt, ivory, kola nuts, and other precious commodities crisscrossed the empire's well-kept roads and rivers. Musa established a stable administration, codified laws, and fostered unity among the diverse peoples under his rule. The Mansa's court glittered with luxury embroidered robes, fine horses, and intricate jewelry. Yet Musa was also revered for his humility and devotion. He gave generously to the poor, encouraged religious tolerance, and balanced grandeur with compassion. But even the brightest empires are subject to the tides of time. After ruling for 25 years, Mansa Musa died in 1337. His son, Mecca, succeeded him, but the weight of Musa's achievements proved difficult to sustain. Over the coming centuries, Mali would face new rivals, invasions, and the inexorable pull of change. Yet the memory of Mansa Musa endured. Tales of his wealth and wisdom traveled far beyond Africa. European adventurers, drawn by rumors of cities of gold, would seek the riches of Mali, shaping the course of exploration and conquest. Centuries later, as West Africa fell under the shadow of colonialism, much of Mali's golden age faded into obscurity. Manuscripts were hidden away, buildings crumbled, and the story of Mansa Musa became legend whispered in songs, preserved in dusty chronicles, and brought to life by griots, the keepers of memory. But today, historians and archaeologists are reclaiming the story. In Timbuktu, the ancient manuscripts are being preserved, their pages still full of wisdom and hope. The great mosques continue to stand, testaments to a time when West Africa led the world in culture, commerce, and learning. The legacy of Mansa Musa lives on not only in the gold he spent or the buildings he raised, but in the spirit of a people. His story is a reminder that Africa's history is rich, complex, and inspiring. That long before the rise of Europe, empires like Mali flourished, shaping the destiny of continents. Today, Mansa Musa is celebrated as a symbol of possibility, a king whose vision reached across the centuries. His life invites us to ask, what does it mean to be truly wealthy? Is it the gold that fills a treasury, or the knowledge that lifts a people? Is it the power to conquer, or the wisdom to create and share? For Mansa Musa, the answer was clear. Wealth was a gift, but it was faith, learning, and compassion that built a legacy. As the sun sets over the ancient city of Timbuktu and the call to prayer drifts across the rooftops, the spirit of Mansa Musa lives on. In every child who learns to read, in every scholar who seeks knowledge, in every act of kindness and justice, his legacy endures. The world remembers Mansa Musa as the richest man in history. But his true riches lay in the empire he built, the knowledge he shared, and the inspiration he continues to offer. Golden thread woven through the tapestry of time, illuminating the greatness that once was and the hope that still is.